Today I wanted to talk a little bit about your financial stability. I wanted to talk about your ability to create wealth or not to create wealth. This is a situation where if you're stuck in a job that has not moved for you year after year after year, that you're at the top level, there's really nowhere to go, you don't have the training or the expertise or the background or the knowledge to move into this entirely different level, so you're stuck in here and you're at the top of that, but year after year after year it's getting harder and harder to make ends meet, let alone put money away for retirement someday. That proverbial putting funds away for a rainy day. And not to mention all the crap that you have to put up with going to work, listening to management, listening to your supervisor that goes in and plays favorites with your coworkers. You're the one that busts your hump and does things. They're the ones that chew the fat, and because they kiss, they get some extra little perks that you aren't allowed or provided with. Where's the fairness in that? There's a saying that life isn't fair, and it isn't. But what you need to do is you need to make some changes in your life to make it fairer. Well, it's all going to start with you. You either can put up with where you are and just continue on, or you can make a decision internally and say, you know what, I've had enough of this. I don't want this anymore. There used to be a promotion going on. I forget exactly what it was, but it was stop the insanity. That was the big push. You got to stop the insanity. Well, this is insanity. If you're not happy in your situation, do something about it. Believe it or not, there are options. I look at resumes day in and day out. People are constantly looking to try to make changes, and when an opportunity is thrown their way, a lot of times, no, that's not really what it. I want something better, but I want the same thing. Is sort of what I hear. Well, you can't have something better that's the same thing. Make up your mind. Do you want the same thing, or do you want something better? If you want something better, then that's great. Then move forward. Then focus on that, right? And get that tunnel vision. I want to improve my life. I want to improve my status so I can improve my family's life. I don't want to be where when I come home, I'm grumpy and everybody walks on eggshells around me because I had to eat a bunch of bologna all day. And it's not bologna, is it? Bologna would just make you fat and maybe give you high blood pressure. We're talking about eating something else. A lot of bull. It does not have to be that way. But you're the only one that can change that. And it's not going to happen overnight. I'm not saying it will. But you got to take the first step. You got to first focus on what is it you want. You don't necessarily know how you're going to go about getting it. That's okay. You'll learn that. You'll find the path. You got to decide, I want a better life. I can't stay in this type of job because this is not doing it for me. I'm at the top of my game here in this type of arena. I need to switch arenas. I got to go to the bigger one. Well, that means that maybe I have to get some education. I need to improve my skills. And if so, find out what is it that you want to do and how can you acquire. There are so many different adult classes that are out there. Whether you want to pursue into a trade or maybe you're in a trade and you want to transition out. It's all up to you of what you'd like to do. It's a matter of identifying what is it that makes you, okay, or become you. You haven't been you. That's the point. You need to be able to find you again. You're buried deep inside. You've got all this nonsense that's been piled on you year after year after year, and it's time that you say stop. That's it. I've had enough. Now we need to transition. This is not something that you go to bed one night and you wake up the next day and all of a sudden this is something entirely different. It doesn't happen that way. You didn't get into this situation just overnight. It was a gradual progression of period of time. You get out of it the same way. Find yourself a mentor. Who do you look up to that you can ask for some advice? Start talking to other people. What do you do? What are you involved with? Get some ideas, but you got to stay focused on that plane. There's so much to be said about the power of suggestion and positive power. You need to stay positive, and I'll tell you, that's one of the hardest things possible because there's so much nonsense out there that is nothing but negative. But being positive can only help you. It really can. Staying negative, you put off negative vibes and you attract negative vibes. You got to be more positive about things. Again, it's not going to happen overnight. It just doesn't go on like a light switch, but you need to start to put together a game plan. Write it down. Each thing that you want to, what would you like to accomplish? What is it that you want to do this? Okay, you're here and you want to get here. How do you get from this point? There's different levels that you go to. Well, what are those steps? What are those levels that you need? Find out. Talk to people. Now, I have an opportunity I can offer to you. You have to be in the right area, though. This is not for everybody, number one. And number two, geographically, if you're not in the right area, I won't be able to help you there. But if you are, I have something that would be to become a public adjuster. This is something you can do part-time while you're working with what you hate right now. And as you build and develop your skill in the public adjusting arena, more and more you'll be prepared, and then you can finally say goodbye. Or maybe you can cut back on here and look at this as a small minor thing, but where your passion gets devoted or focused over here with the public adjusting, you're going to help people. You're going to make decent money as you're doing that, okay? You have the ability to make as much or as little as you want. It's up to you. You can choose that. And the nice thing about this is you choose the hours you want to do. So many of these things now are your choice. All of a sudden, you're taking back some power here. And that's the nice thing about this. So guys, if this sounds at all interesting to you, touch base with me. Let's talk. Again, I have to be upfront. Depending on where you are, I may not be able to help you, but we don't know that yet, right? So we need to find out. But if you're willing to take a step forward, you're willing to make some of the change, I want to be there to help you, and I will guide you along the way. Guys, if this made any sense, if you feel that this is you, reach out to me. Let's talk. Would you please give me a thumbs up? Would you also please share this with others? Maybe you're fine where you are. You don't need anything else, but you know someone definitely that this could benefit so much from. Put us together. Let them know about this. Let them watch this. So would you please share this video? And would you please subscribe to my YouTube channel? Subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate all the support that we get. Guys, thank you very much for listening. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and God bless you.